Race number 5 at Ascot on Wednesday will jump at 3:35. It's the Macca Ride to Conquer Cancer handicap over 1,200 metres. And in replay, look at the impressive last start win of Milady.
Straightening up, the Naconian's hard on its back, followed by Stable Secret. Then came Dolly M, Fraternise. Cup Night is getting to the outside and really starting to lengthen now. At the 250 though, Milady has got the lead. The Naconian has raced up on the outside. Dolly M's out wider. Cup Night's out very wide, giving them a big start though. Still in front, Milady from the Naconian, who's driving at it, but Milady's in front of the Naconian.
That was Milady's first start in WA. She had looked very, very good in winning a Larkhill trial in what was a very fast time of 55.38 seconds, and then proved she was up to the trial by winning over 1,200 metres. William Pike got off the horse and said she's an absolute nutcase, but you can't knock the performance. I personally think she'd be better suited over shorter than the 1,200, but I think getting to Ascot will certainly suit her more than Belmont did, being a leader here as well. William Pike sticks, and I think if he reproduces the performance of a couple of weeks ago, she'll go very, very close here. Milady goes on top. From a horse that was behind it in the replay race, that's number 10, Cup Night. He had to go back in the run, didn't really settle where he wanted to, came home very, very well. I know that Bernie Miller and the Carberries have got a decent opinion of this horse, and from a good draw here, if Cup Night can get away well, will certainly be a factor. Number 5, West 54th, is always there or thereabouts in these races. Hasn't won for 280 days, but keeps getting those placings. Last start third, before that fourth, and then second and second. You get the drift. He's a bit of a non-winner. And then number 3, Flying Raw, has been running really well. Did win over 1,300 4 starts ago, ended up over 1,600 last time out, steps back to the 1,200 metres here, but always respect the placement of Jimmy Taylor, and Taylor Stone claims too. Top selection in race number 5, going to go with number 8, Milady, to beat 10 Cup Night, 5 West 54th and 3 Flying Raw. Race number 6 at Ascot on Wednesday will jump at 4:10. It's the GTT Ventures Classic Trophy handicap over 1,400 metres. In replay, we look at the Belmont trial of Regal Power.
Niggled out in second place is Eliza's Dream giving chase, and they'll followed about 2 lengths away up on the outside by the Real Zeal, who's trying to work home. Coming through in the middle is Millie Argo, and down the outside is Jelani Express, and deeper out is Regal Power, but doing it well is Get the Vibe over the final stages. It's well clear. Going into second is Emily Argo, and third on the inside, Eliza's Dream. Fourth home is Jelani.
Fair enough trial there from Regal Power. She's 1 from 2. She was educated, it has to be said, as a 2-year-old before coming out and winning at Belmont on the 22nd of August as a 3-year-old. She is the full brother of last season's WATC Derby winner, Action, and boy, he looks like he's come back really, really well. I think he'll be a major threat in the Perth Cup. And I just think she might have a little bit too much class for some of her rivals here. Gets a decent gate. I think William Pike and Team Williams may well be having the winner in race number 6. Number 10, Valago, has got stacks of ability, has won, but that was a maiden at York against his own age group. He hasn't really put it together yet. When he does, you can have a very, very decent racehorse there, and I'm putting him on spec because when he does, I think he could win a race of this quality and maybe higher. Number 12, Chipita, led all the way to win last start, beating Sai Tan Rapido. Will try and do the same here, you would suspect, but gets one of the outside gates. Gate number 15 before the scratchings. And then number 2, This Away. Quite like this horse back to the 1,400 metres at Ascot. He was a little bit disappointing behind Recharger last start, was beaten almost 6 lengths, but that race wasn't one to suit. They went no speed whatsoever early, and this is a horse that does get back. Top selection in race number 6, going to go with number 14, Regal Power, to beat 10 Valago, 12 Chipita and 2 This Away. Race number 7 at Ascot on Wednesday will jump at 4:45. It's the 5th Street Furniture Mart Geraldton handicap over 1,500 metres. In replay, we look at the last start win of Lady Sass.
And plead the 5th as they'd quicken right up and into the straight. Gisato is levering now with Keeper Mean. Lady Sass putting in its claim, but it's still about a length from Gisato, who's got to a clear lead now from on the inside Keeper Mean. But now Lady Sass starting to wind up. Inimitable and plead the 5th, the further out, but the favourite goes to the lead. Lady Sass, she comes away and wins well over.
Lady Sass is certainly a work in progress for Daniel Morton, and his yard is in sensational form. They took out both the features on Saturday. She's likely to be behind a number of her dangers in the running here, but I think she might have too much acceleration and she may well zap them late. She does have a bar plate on, but she had that bar plate on when she won at York, and I think fourth up here. I know that she was hindered a little bit by something early on in her preparation. Fourth up on Wednesday, I think she might be the one to beat. Goes on top from the obvious, which is number 10, Unicat. Won a couple of trials really impressively before making its debut at Northern in a maiden. Was on speed and then pulled away late to win by nearly 2 lengths from across the sea. Will be on speed here, you would think, and if the track is playing on speed, Unicat will be very hard to beat. Number 8, Red Snitz, was an interesting runner last start. I thought he was way too short in the market at $5.50, but he ran a decent enough race behind Blue Tracer, who we'll see in the final event on the Belmont card. Goes in for third. And then number 2, Argoon, did win at Belmont in maiden grade, beating Duck Goose 2 starts ago before going to the Goldfields. Just put a pen through that. It was absolutely horrible, too bad to be true. Top selection in race number 7, we're going to go with number 14, Lady Sass, to beat 10 Unicats, 8 Red Snitz and 2 Argoon. Race number 8 at Ascot on Wednesday will jump at 5:20. It's the DP and LK Patton 50th anniversary handicap over 1,800 metres. In replay, we're going to look at the last start win of Blue Tracer.
Chief Cochise, Immortalite is putting in with a good run down the outside. Mekong Den is trying to join in, and now Blue Tracer is right down the outside at the 200. Storm Trade, but Blue Tracer out very wide. Going with it is Mekong Den. Blue Tracer has raced up and taken the lead now and drawn clear from Mekong Den and flashing home Red Snitz. Quick Fantasy also down the outside, but Blue Tracer raced.
Blue Tracer was an emphatic winner of the final race at Belmont for 2018. He's now won 2 of his last 3 starts, and he was a tragedy beaten at Northern in the other race. I think Jared Noske is the right type of jockey for this horse, and if he handles Ascot, I think he'll go very close here. He has had 10 goes at the track for 2 minor placings, but I do think he's probably a different horse now. Number 4, The Big Show, got no rest on the speed last start when he was favourite in a race at Belmont on the same day that Blue Tracer won. I think he might get a bit of a softer run here. Taylor Stone takes over as well, so gets a claim. Number 8, Delusky, has come off a really long spell and come back really, really well. Was second to Reveille at Northern in that feature race on a Sunday a couple of weeks ago. Reveille ran quite well on Saturday. And then the top one, number 1, Powercraft, was 4th in the Albany Cup last year behind Push to Pass. I think might be ready to peak here for Martin Allen and Boy Hill. Top selection in race number 8, going to go with number 3, Blue Tracer, to beat 4, The Big Show, 8, Delusky and 1, Powercraft. It's now time to nominate my best bets on the Ascot card. Going to go with a couple of on-speed runners, starting in race number 1 with number 6, Wakan Tanka, to finally break through, and in race number 5, number 8, Milady, to go back-to-back for Anne King. It's easy to stay up to date with everything that's happening at Perth Racing. You can log on to our website or you can follow us on one of our social media channels. Until next time, bye for now.